So, I want to talk to you about the ultimate strategy. And this is something you really should be focused on. And I did a podcast on this last year and actually got a lot better turnout than I thought. It was actually, just kind of one of the first ones I did. I didn't even know who would be paying attention. So, I decided to take it a step further and create a video and provide a PDF for you that would help shed the light on everything. And it's free. Download this for free. You can go to my website. I'll attach it to this, give you a link for it. The only thing is, I use it as a lead magnet, to be honest with you. So I need your name and email, but you guys can put whatever you want. I don't even care about that. I want you to really use it. And it'll help you see and determine and what you're trying to do. So I speak to many new investors, even experienced investors, and sometimes I'll ask them, "Hey, why are you doing this? Like, why are you involved in this deal?" And the answers are all over the place. So, what is up with my hair? The answers are all over the place. So it was very interesting to me when you really have a laser focus and you're narrowed in on what you're trying to do. It just things become a lot easier. And let's say you're looking for your first property or your second or your third or whatever, and maybe you've looked at 10 deals or 5 deals or whatever the case is, or you're trying to invest into something, you don't know what you're doing. You really want to have a plan determined, laid out. And I mentioned it before. Everything needs to be in front of you at all times. You do need to write it out. Before you start looking, maybe you go to some exciting seminar with a guru that tells you, hey, go out there and buy 100 units or buy whatever. Your first thing should be, okay, how am I doing this? Take an hour if you have to. Take some time and figure out what you need to do. Okay, what are my strengths? What can I do for this deal to make it as close to getting my desired property? Because the first property you get is never the ultimate one, right? If you want a 100-unit building, your first property is not going to be a 100-unit building. Most often. Sometimes it'll be 80, it'll be 50, it'll be 20. Or you have to partner up with somebody and give them a big piece of the deal. All that matters. So you want to be able to know where you're going or where you're trying to go. And that's what I really want you to look into, is devising your plan, all right? And just kind of knowing what steps to take, what questions to ask, who to look for, what tools do you need. If you're, you could go to my website, dieselcommercialgroup.com. If you're a buyer or a seller, you could see that I want to know what they're looking for. We're not going to just, hey, send me some properties because I'm kind of interested in some retail space. It doesn't work that way. No, we need to have a plan of attack. If we're going to do this, we're serious. We're together going to figure out what our goals are. Let's plan what we need to do, and let's strategize how we're going to get there. So I want an entire picture, a scope of what you see, because we don't want to waste any time. We definitely don't want to waste any money. That'd be crazy, right? And you need to have everything outlined and documented in some way. Now, this isn't about goal setting. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about knowing your outcome. What is your little finish line, right? I'm not talking about your 5-year projection. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, okay, I want to get here. Okay, how am I going to get there? What am I doing? And this is kind of what I'm trying to talk about here. And I'll drill down into that a little bit if you're if you have a business and you're selling, I don't know, shoes or something, you have a shoe store and you want to find a retail building, a small little strip center, you want to get in there and you want to operate as an owner user in that little building. Okay, that's one thing, right? Now, if you're trying to buy something much larger out there, big box kind of a unit, that's a whole nother plan in itself. And that's kind of what I'm saying. A lot of times I'll be helping someone saying, hey, I'm looking for a 20 unit. Oh, but there's a great deal on this 10 unit. You're already, there's two different things, right? A 10 unit property, it's pretty difficult to hire a management company. Well, on-site management, forget about that. I mean, you're losing money. A 20 unit is managed totally different. Class C, Class A, it's a whole nother ballgame. So the first thing you want to do is figure out what is it you want done. So if this was step one is, okay, I need to do whatever it is. I want to buy a warehouse, whatever it is. It's different for everybody. And I've tried to guide you into the directions. And if you follow what I'm telling you, the answer is going to be there for you. I'm not going to be able to tell you what it is. You won't be able to figure it out. Because once you start writing everything down and seeing what it is and knowing what your strengths are and knowing where you could apply those strengths, it'll be much easier for you to figure out what you're trying to do. So I hope that was very helpful and you take advantage of it. And if you have any questions on it, definitely let me know. I want to help you guys out.